So we're gonna bow up on it. By the power of Grayskull. He chest. All right, everybody, quick update. Here we go. As you can see, we have a top piece right here. And just to let everybody know, if this works out in the final process, I will write down the measurements that I have, because for these particular subwoofers, it's 16.69. Now, I've asked several people what the hell 16.69 inches is, because that makes no sense. You got some metric, you got some standard, and you got some bullish. So what this is right here is 1 inch in. You see my little tick mark, 1 inch. Boom, tap the screw down. We have another screw out here at 9 point something off the end, 9 point something 65, and hopefully our measurements are going to be right. Best we can determine is almost 3/8, but not quite. So whatever that 16 whatever, and I'll get you exact measurement. Just a quick update, all right, on that. So as you can see, using the trick, I've seen several people use this. The most popular person I've seen use this particular technique right here is EXO off of YouTube, and the place that he works for, and it works quite well. You just score this right here. We'll come back, get the jigsaw out, use this as a guide. Hopefully this measurement is correct, and we'll see. It better be correct. I don't have any more wood. It's a craft of the mind. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, let's do a little test fit. I got my hole cut out. I think it's just a tad large, but I can compensate that and readjust the screw. But I've gone all the way around, and I don't, even wiggling it around, I don't see any daylight, so that's good. But on the next cut, and this one's not really that big of a deal anyway, because I'm going to somehow or another kind of do a beauty trim on this, even if I have to go get a rabbiting bit to countersink it a little bit. I would like to do that just to put this inside of there. I don't know, I may leave it like this, who knows, or I can come back to it later. It's not a big deal. When I take it out, probably be a perfect time when I take it out, if I really like this, for right now until we go and get the other warp nacelle, which is going to be another one of these. And as you can see, wiggling around, still no daylight, so we're good. I'll take the diameter of the next cut, move that screw in ever so slightly for the next hole. And what I was saying, I'll take it out, and before I raptor it, because when we raptor the inside, even if I don't keep this box, more than likely I'm gonna throw a little bit of raptor on it. It ain't gonna take that much, and beautify it. And who knows, I might even do, whenever we do the two of them and do the next build, I might do a giveaway on this 18-inch subwoofer box. 4.5 cubes, less displacement is what we have going on. Looked everywhere, everything says 0.25 on this, which I really don't see. It seems like a lot more than that, I don't know. But we're gonna try this out and see. So there's the first cut, and the box looks small, but I am following a diagram straight from Sundown Audio. So yeah, here we go. Stay tuned. Everybody, I'm doing a test fit. Of course, this is backwards here, and I'm getting all the little detail things out of the way now before we actually go to the next step of assembly on the box. I could be up under there, but I have this little handy dandy countrified little work stand here where I keep all the tools on the porch for whatever reason. Those used to be on there. I need to clean that up. Anyway, back to the box. So here we're doing a little test fit, drilling and just marking with the drill bit the holes all the way around, 10 inches dead center of the bolt holes on either side from the 20-inch mark. So these right here are going to be what I use, and I went all the way around. We have T-nuts that we're going to be putting on the bottom side, not these exact ones, but I'll show you what we have going on. These are going to be for here, and these, I don't know what I did with my bolt. Anyway, I have some Allen threaded ones that once we get them drilled through, we'll nail these up, put a little glue on them, secure them up, and I need to make sure my super glue ain't dried out. We'll put a little dab of super glue on them, on these tabs, not in the threads, but just on the tabs, and then knock them in with a little mallet, And then when we put the Allen screws, what did I do with that screw? I don't even know. I wanted to show you, but we'll have the Allen in here. Most folks don't carry Allen wrenches in their pocket. Most of them ain't gonna have this size. I'm not gonna tell you what size it is, so good luck trying to take this subwoofer out of the car by yourself, because once all this is assembled, you're looking at 51 pounds weight on the subwoofer, probably another 150 pounds, well, I don't know, about 100 pounds on the box. And once it's together, it's going to be awesome. Here's our port right here. It's actually a little bit smaller than I thought. We were supposed to be having a 4.5 inch port. It's a 4 1/8 inch, or one tick mark above, so whatever that is. Side to side here and back there. Of course, you can see last night I did some prime work on it, and this will be awesome whenever I get this right here tapped in and these drying. I'm going to go ahead and prime this up and let it get going up under the porch here, or the carport. As you can see, the Defiant sitting out there. Once we have all these ready to sink in. Reporting to you from the Utopia Planitia Fleet Yard, the test warp nacelle is in the Defiant for the refit, and surprisingly, I have to say, it fits. Now it's time to take it back out, shoot some paint across the top. Of course, I've got this test fitted right here, and we're going to tighten up these little holes right here. I've just got it snug enough to both test strength-wise as far as the anchors are concerned for the bolts, and as you can see, they're pretty flush. I might go back and actually hit these up that I see and just tick mark them, the ones that need to be more flush, like this one, because I want the bolts to be flush like this, and then take this on down. I have the bit, and I was going to explain how I did this before, and I don't have the bit in hand, but what I use to countersink these angle heads right here is a masonry bit. All right, so you don't have to go out and hunt down a countersinking bit, which half the hardware people don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I don't know why. You would think that that's a common thing, but if you use a masonry bit and just get one that goes across the head, all right, or a little bit smaller, you can make a countersink. And that's how I did all these with masonry, and then that right there will be good to go. I'm gonna hit these with wood putty later before we shoot Raptor on it next week, probably a week and a half from now. All right, because I am out of funds. I am depleted. This project started out at $102 for all the hardware, and then there was all that nickel and dime stuff, like $10 for anchors, $10 for bolts, $10 for, you know, going back and getting these anchors, and that was it. So anyway, but I'm pleased with the way it's turning out. Everything's nice and flush, squared up. All right, this lid is interchangeable. It will be, because all we're going to do is just tack in between these strips with a dab of caulk when we put it down, and then wipe it off and be done with it. All right, and that's all that'll be to it. And then once it's together, it's together. All right, so this is all I got to do now is take it out, shoot some primer on it. It's wet and dreary, but there is a dry spot up under the destruction area back there. And the next thing we got to do now is get off into the engineering bay and get the warp core. Uh-oh, I don't have this, but you know, see that? Actually, forget that. I'm going to do this the right way, because I don't want to half-step anything. I should have just opened these doors. I'm going to be here all day. It ain't like I'm worried about anything. They can't take none of this anyway. All right, but anyway, as you can see, this is all the way over on this side. And the only other thing that I am wondering about, and see how I have enough room here, eventually all of these cables are going to go through this right here. I'm going to bring this. I got plenty of slack on all of it. And if I need to add to or replace this 4-gauge that goes to the main block on the engine, I'll just buy a big 4-gauge run or an alt gauge run, find where it's anchored, and then either splice into it or remove it and replace it altogether. I just don't want to fool with the factory because of all the electronics on the car. Full electric car as far as power is concerned and all that. The only fluids in the car, radiator fluid and brake fluid. That's it. Everything else is electric. So yeah, you gotta, and oil, of course. I mean, I'm not saying the engine doesn't have fluid, but that's different. All right, so the only other thing we need to do is find a good position for this. Do I want to go to the corner? Don't really have enough room here, I don't think. And I may be wrong. I may be wrong, and I want to flip the box around. What are you guys' opinion on this? Do I want to flip the box around and have the port rear fire? Because I've seen a lot of people do, you know, rear port like that. But I'm kind of thinking, since we're in the middle of the car, and keep in mind, all of this is going to be sealed up eventually. Like I said, I'm just out of fundage. They really didn't have the material I wanted to use on this to do my cutout. I couldn't find shit at the hardware stores that I need. And this little local hardware store down here, yeah, I don't know. They're good for hardware pieces, but not really specialty woods. I mean, this is the only problem is finding material. So I'm doing with what I have, and there you go. So I guess, actually, next what I need to do, if I'm going to do any roundovers, I don't even know if I'm going to do roundovers right now until we go to shoot the Raptor. I think that might be what I do. I'll wait till I shoot the Raptor, and then take everything apart, do my roundovers here, because this is kind of close anyway, and I wouldn't be able to get but like a quarter round, if that. Sanding it down actually did the corners pretty good, so I guess we're good on that, and we'll wait till we shoot the Raptor and then hit all that, take it apart. That'll give everything time to seal, glue, whatever, and I take it out, hit it with the router, put the hardware back in, and be done with it. All right, so this is the next thing, getting the wires hooked up, which everything is in a box ready to go. I've already got a diagram drawn up, and this is it. This is what we got to decide. Do we just leave the port fired forward, or do we flip it around and try it this way? Do we try it both ways? But once I get this in here, man, I guess, I mean, I could put the seats forward. They do go all the way forward. I'll have enough room to spin it, but I did make the port back here for the wires, so that'd be the only janky thing to deal with right there, is the length of the wire, because all I got was 10 foot of 8 gauge because of the short run that we're going to have with the voice coil dropping it to 2 ohms, shooting out the back, and then the amp's going to actually sit right there behind this board on a deck for now. Once again, materials. And we'll probably make a little deck out of that right there, and I will clean that up with the router. I don't know if I'll paint it. Probably wait till we do the Raptor, and that'll give us a couple of weeks to get more materials up and get that back. Besides that, I want to replace this probably with 1/2 inch, either MDF, and do something really fancy back here. I kind of got some ideas of double layering some 1/2 inch and doing the amp rack and kind of sinking it in, but giving enough room also for the fans. And I have some 12 volt fans we can tie in also, and some little switches and what have you. All right, but this right here is where we're going to get going. If this sounds good and this 18 works out and the sound chamber likes an 18, shoot, we get another one. And now that I've got it in here, got the idea if it'll fit or not, which we know it will. The only other thing is measuring out to see if we can get another one beside it. And hell, if not, and this sounds good with the one, we'll take the 1 4 ohm out, we'll go buy a 2 ohm, we'll wire it down to 1 ohm and leave 118 in here for a little while and be done with it. And then maybe in the future, go back with some 15s or 12s in here. All right, I've always liked 12s, but I've always wanted to try an 18 in here, and just never done it, never had the means and all that. And while I have the means, since the apocalypse is going on, you don't want to be around people, why not do a project? All right, so there you go, everybody. And look, I even have strap points, so I could use these for something else. I'm gonna cut that out, strap that to the box. That'd be awesome. But eventually, we want to get all this all the way back on here, and maybe if I can anchor this down enough, you know, it would be kind of neat. Yeah, I don't know, that'd be advertising though. I need to tint this back window, but it'd be neat to lean this back like this and then flush this out, fill it in with a gap and trim it. All kind of little neat things. Right now, let's get it in here. Let's get some sound going. See how it sounds, and then we'll tweak the rest. It's a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun. Woo! So here we are. Let's see if I can get that off to the side. And yeah, I know y'all gonna say, yo, you got about 9 feet of wire you got from there to there. I know, I'm gonna cut it. My wire cutters got some wire. This JP wire is overpowered. Like when I say OP, this stuff right here, he's got that quadruple shielding on this. Oh my God. And then it's oversized. or true to size. I don't know which one you want to say. OFC, that silver tin, copper. Man, I tell you what, this stuff's impressive just to try to cut it. Because cutting that other stuff, the what is it, base head series, wasn't that bad. It was kind of soft and all that. This stuff here is soft and flexible, as you can see. But that stuff is tough to cut. Woo! I mean, tough. Of course, I am running some Dollar General tools, so what do you think? What do you think is going to happen, I guess, is in my mind. So anyway, we have our power wire. I'm not quite ready to hook this up until I get the sub box in there. Got a toggle switch I need to hook up to the remote lead. Then I'll hook this up. But here we go, nice and clean. My ground wire is over there on the seat belt. Back seat area, still not going to be done. I'm going to wait until I get my Raptor and start on the beauty panels in the back. But this is what we have. And this right here is a rough draft of what we're actually going to be working with. Beauty panels here to fill in this void. Of course, this 2x4, I could have cut it down, but you know what? It goes side to side right up against here. And that'll be a good bracing. I got some L brackets that's going to be put in here to keep the sub in. And I ain't worried about nobody taking it. They'd have to bust out windows and they'd have to take the car apart. When this goes in here, you ain't getting it out. Especially if I park straight up center in here, because everything is perfect measurement. All right, you can see this panel here. I'm actually quite impressed on how that turned out. And in the future, we'll get one. Once again, we're going to go 1/2 inch stuff. Come back side to side for where I have my molding. See the molding right over there. What am I holding the light up for over there? Have the trim that goes here, and we'll cut it to fit all this, and then kind of angle it down, maybe do a little thin fiberglass and wrap around here later on. All right, but this right here will do for a deck. You know, this was the deck that held the box in the back. I'm not going to screw this deck down, and here's the reason. It's wet. It's been raining. Even me kneeling down, pants are getting soaking wet. And let me turn this off. I don't feel like crawling up under the car, marking areas and seeing all that good stuff, because my fuel tank is down here, sending units and all kind of electrical stuff and wires and brake lines and all that. So I am not going to screw down. Now, there are bolt holes that I had planned to use here, and maybe in the future we will. These are where the seat belt brackets were, and that's actually straight up under here. We cleaned out one really, I don't want to move this a lot. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there it is right there. All right, but I cleaned that off, scrubbed it, dielectric grease, and that's where that is. All right, but eventually this will get its own platform from front all the way to the back, split in the middle, and this little beauty panel will probably ride into a groove on a platform using the router to make some type of little dovetail or little channel with that, because I like that router. I'm going to definitely get me a router. Hell, where's that thing been all my life? I've never used a router to actually work like this one right here, man. This sucker, look, I even did a little trimming up here on this. Hey, hello, horn. So we're ready. All right, everybody, we'll cover that up so I didn't blind you. Here we go. Oh, it's finally in the box, y'all. Who's texting me? It's finally in the box, and as you can see, I don't know how well this is going to show up. And I got to clean it up a little bit. But I added some carbon fiber to the top just to give it a little flare right now, and a little bit more subdued. And I have enough, I don't know what y'all think about this, but I have enough carbon fiber to do the sides and the front. I do. And it actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's stuck, you know. I would definitely wipe this down and add a little adhesion promoter to it, to the corners anyway. Maybe not the whole thing, but just the corners so it'll hold. But I mean, this vinyl wrap come out pretty clean. I mean, I got a couple of edges. I'm not an expert. It's technically the first time I've done vinyl wrap in 20 years or more. Shit, it may have been longer than that. All right, everybody, I have made a critical error. Those bolts that I had are not long enough, and my vinyl wrap is coming up because the weather is starting to curl, but I did pull it, so It's probably just me flicking it. I have made a fatal error, but I'm just gonna kick it off sideways like this for the time being until I can get the lows. I'll do that tomorrow. Go do an exchange over there, grab the bolts I need because there are already T-nuts in there. But I want to get this in the car. So as per all base heads out there, we're just gonna put it in the car, and it's sealed up good around here. It's got a nice little seal going on, and we'll actually check the gaskets and all that whenever we change out to those other bolts. So with that said, I actually want to do something with that. Hang on just a sec. Yep, here it is. We rolling live, everybody. Doing it live. You're gonna see me. My back's already hurting, body. I'm old, weak. You know, Big D up here talking about how he can't bow up on his quad box. He needs a dolly and help. He needs Hi-Fi to come save him. And here I am out here. All my friends got babies and everything else, so they can't come help. And or women's friends. Alright, so this port we got to be out that way. But I can't really grab that. It's not that I don't trust it, that's just a lot of weight pulling there. 50 pounds plus probably another 50 pounds. So, gotta go through that door. It'll fit. I gotta go in, kick it. So we're gonna bow up on it. By the power of Grayskull. He chest. Oh, leg cramp. Ah, I have the power so far. It's gonna hit the ground. I gotta reach around here. I gotta get it in. I gotta get around the backside. Dun, 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 dun. I better not do that. I probably got copyright flag by saying, oh, for fuck's sakes. Dumbass. Forgot I sat down in the car earlier. I was like, why is it not going in? I lost my rhythm. I sure did. Oh, I lost my rhythm, everybody. Oh. It'll go. I just lost my rhythm and my grip. Get up there. If it gets on the deck, it's going in. I think. Oh shit. Oh, we did it, boys. Pull that this way. Oh, I still gotta go get the L brackets for it. Woo. Craft chest, how come you didn't load it after the box was in? Not enough room. I don't know, there might have been. But I wasn't trying to contort all that. Now, you know, actually, what the fuck am I even doing? I got all this other stuff. Oh, I know what I'm doing. That's because of this. Alright, that's why I did that, because I don't have the quick connects right now. Alright, now, let's get this bad boy in position. It's in the car, everybody. It's in the car. Finally, after basically, what, 4 days of crafting, 4 days of sanding and painting and gutting and wiring. It's in here. Alright, so I want to find a good happy medium on this. I didn't bring my tape measure. All right, according to my eyeballs, it's got to come back a little bit like that. All right. And before I L bracket this, I'm gonna see how it sounds fired up. That'll be another video. This box got me, oh man. Got me breathing hard. That was my mistake. That wouldn't have happened. These scuff marks, I mean, it's not like those door panels ever seen anyway. All right. So yeah, I want to go up against that. All right. I'm gonna put that there. Because I'm gonna splice those and shrink them. And that's it. It's in there, boys. All right. I'll nook and cranny it. Let's sit down in front. You won't be able to see it, of course. Oh man, God bless it every time I do that. It's like somebody sitting in my car. I don't leave my seat back then or forward. I jump scared myself. Oh. All right, so we got the 18 here. We got the port there. And I'm wondering, should I slide it all the way to one side or another, or leave it centered up? And look, I don't know if you guys and gals can see it, but that height is perfect for me to still see out the rear view. It's one reason why I wanted to do it, to try to keep it low profile. It ain't definitely ain't stealth, but you ain't gonna get it up out of here. Not easily anyway. You better have you and about 3 or 4 buddies, because you ain't me. All right. So I know, do I leave it centered? Do I push it over and have the port kind of halfway going over here, or what? I don't know. Should I? Or should I let it bounce off the back seat? I don't know. What do you guys and gals think? Or should I just test it? I think I'll test it. All right. Well, anyway, it's in the car. Oh, yeah. That's going to look good, too. You know, actually, if I carbon fibered the top and that, and just painted the sides, shit, that'd be good. Or, yeah, even better. Carbon fiber, wrapped the sides and the back. Carbon fiber, I mean the front. I don't know. I'm tired. Let me stop rambling. I need to just get to a stopping point and get this thing wired up so everybody can hear it. All right. Some low volume stuff first. Of course, we gotta take it. I'm not gonna take it out whenever I change the bolts back out. I'm just gonna lean everything forward and lean it forward so I can kick it. Take those screws out, because I think I can get the drill. If nothing else, I'll just do it the hard way and get a screwdriver in there on it. And I understand I'm gonna lose air through there. I'm gonna cover those up eventually. All right, I just, not enough time, not enough materials. I might just put the 6x9s back in there to plug the hole. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. But let me get this thing wired up and see if I'm gonna blow the car up or if it's gonna actually do something. All right. Let's see. Yep. Oh wait, I can use those. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see. Calibrated eyeballs. Needs to go over that way just a bit, just a tad, if I can get her to bump. That should be it. I went too far. Here we go. Right there. You never know. That half inch might break a world record. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. Let me get it wired up. I don't even know if I showed you the trunk. We'll look at it briefly. I don't know what updates I have going on. That's been making them as I can. Yeah, I did this back here. So we're ready to go. Splice in those wires, shrink wrap them, and hook the amp up. Toggle switch, I gotta hook up to that, and we're done. That'll be it. Stay tuned. Okay,
I see it all now.